Have you ever laid eyes on something and just thought, yes, you're coming home with me? Well, that was me with this lamp. It ticked all the boxes. It looked like a vintage oil lamp, but with all the modern bells and whistles. It's got a dimmer dial, 3 light settings, a bright light for reading, soft glow for those mysterious broody evenings, and a candle flicker for ambient vibes. You can charge it with a USB or keep it plugged in, but after a while something felt off. It just wasn't me. It was like wearing a costume that didn't quite fit. So I decided to give it a makeover, a full-on vintage rustic transformation. Think Victorian inventor meets upcycled steampunk cottagecore. I started by roughing up that smooth modern exterior. I whipped up a texture paste with powdered grout, Mod Podge and a bit of mica powder to hopefully give it a metallic look. Then I mixed Mod Podge with bronze mica powder to tone down the wood. And I made my own knockoff rub and buff from shoe polish and the bronze mica powder. It still wasn't giving me rustic oil lamp with a mysterious past. So I put it aside to think on it and moved on to the bulb section. The plastic filament was just too plastic, so I channeled my inner fire sprite. I tore up some white tissue paper, soaked it in Mod Podge, scrunched them into flame shapes and let them dry into crispy little fire sculptures. Once dry, I painted them with orange speed paints. And stuck them around the rim of the lamp. I thought, yes, this will look like actual flames. And it kind of did, especially when the light was on, flamey and fabulous. Now for the glass shade. I wanted that I've been sitting on a mantle for 100 years look. So I tried smoking it with a candle, nothing. I tried a lollipop stick, nada. Eventually I found a bamboo cocktail stick and voila, smoky goodness. I had a water pot on standby just in case I accidentally recreated the Great Fire of London. I worked my way around the glass, slowly building up that old sooty look. The glass got pretty hot, so I took it slowly and steadily. 3rd-degree burns are not on the aesthetic. Once it looked like it had survived 100 winters, I sealed it with matte varnish on the inside. When I turned the lamp back on, looking through the shade, the flames were gorgeous, yes, but I couldn't see a thing. Kinda defeats the whole lamp concept. So I lovingly ripped back the tissue flames, leaving just enough to keep that jagged, flamey effect. But now I can actually see where I'm going. Now we're down to the final act, the base. After some Pinterest level scrolling for inspiration, I settled on a light green. The textured paste gave it a lovely roughness, so I layered on acrylic paint mixed with Mod Podge. Then brought back my DIY copper ribbon buff to give it that aged metallic I've seen some things feel. With a couple of brown speed paints diluted in water, I went full grunge mode. Layer upon layer, I made it look like the oil had been dripping down the lamp since the invention of kerosene. Then chalk pastels, black and white for dust. A bright orange for rust. And a final white pastel dusting before I wax polish the whole thing to bring out the texture. From shiny and new to delightfully grungy and vintage, mission complete. It's rustic, it's moody, it's me, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay crafty, stay curious, and may your lights always flicker on purpose. Bye bye.